Sorry if this is kind of long. I apologize for any errors. I'm on mobile. I can't remember if I've posted this somewhere else before. My older sibling and I were staying at home in a small town in Ohio with fewer people in it than in my mom's graduating class from the city we came from. My sibling was grounded. Both the house's phone and their own phone were locked in my dad's gun safe, to which neither of us had the combination. The reason for being grounded was something silly and arbitrary. I can't remember exactly why. My grandparents lived down the street, and my great-grandmother lived in a small house they built for her on the property. This allowed her to be independent while still being close by. My parents said they were going to check on my great-grandmother, as my grandparents were out of town that day. Afterward, they would come back, and we would order pizza. That sounded good to both 7-year-old me and my 15-year-old sibling. We played video games for a while, but started to get hungry, wondering when our parents would return. After about 2 hours, I heard a knock on the door. I went downstairs, excited for the food, with my sibling following a bit behind after saving the game. I walked up to the door, which had a large window, and saw a stranger. A very tall, lean white guy, around 25 years old, with short black hair and scruffy facial hair. This was particularly jarring because everyone knew everyone in this small town, and I didn't recognize him. I signaled 1 second and closed the curtain. My sibling was staring at the door in disbelief, having seen the person too. In seconds, the knocking turned to pounding, then to shaking and rattling our doorknob. Terrified, and with no way to call our parents, my sibling grabbed my hand and we ran to the kitchen. My sibling grabbed a knife, which broke, then picked up another one. We hid in the laundry room, holding each other, hearing banging and pounding. About 5 long minutes later, we heard the front door open. My sibling, always protective of me, was ready to defend us. But then, my mom rounded the corner holding 2 pizza boxes, wondering why her kids were crying on the floor. We told her about the man outside, but she laughed it off. My dad was outside talking to him. According to her, he was inquiring about buying a broken-down car in our driveway, claiming to be a mechanic. The man felt bad for scaring us. My parents promised that the phones wouldn't be locked away in the future and tried to console us with pizza. However, something still bothers me. Why would an adult pound on the door that way, shake the handle, and try so desperately to get in, especially after seeing a young child signal 1 second? Why would someone inquire about a car, which wasn't even marked for sale, so late at night, around 9-10 p.m.? I'd appreciate your opinion on whether I was truly in danger that night. My parents brushed it off, but as an adult now, that behavior seems very off. I shudder to think about what might have happened if my parents hadn't returned when they did.